Even if we don't want, there are many additional and bad expenses that we do in our daily life unknowingly or sometimes knowingly. When we calculate the money at the end of the month, it can be seen that we have spent a lot of money unnecessarily. Now there is shortage of money to meet urgent needs. There are many of us who spend money without a monthly budget. Therefore, in many cases, various urgent payments and expenses fall behind, and they have to borrow, because they cannot clear the month after month, and from there a new problem starts. There is a saying, if you don't stop overspending, you will soon have to sell your necessities. All the expenses that we spend on buying things that are out of necessity, or for fulfilling hobbies, can be called as bad expenses, or unnecessary expenses. Every month we buy so many things that we lose a lot of money. And if we check well, those things are not very useful for us. For example, going to expensive restaurants, shopping unnecessarily, eating too much fast food, buying a new mobile after having a mobile, etc., are included in bad expenses. There are plenty of ways to save on bad expenses. However, it is entirely up to you how far you can go with your willpower to save such unnecessary expenses. But in general, I will tell you some tricks to reduce it. Number 1. Make a budget before shopping. When we go to the market or shop online, our mind gets very excited by seeing different types of clothes or other things, and we start to buy the new clothes or things that we see. And because of the extreme volatility of buying these clothes or things, in most cases we buy more than we need, which results in more bad expenses than the calculation. So, before going to the market, make a list of all the things you need. Also, before going to the market, I have to convince myself that I won't waste money buying anything other than what I need. A list. If you can only do this much work, you will see that the way you were wasting money in the market so far will be completely reduced, and the bad expenses in the market will be reduced. Number 2. Saving the cost of lunch and snacks during office time or school college time. There are many of us who don't like to take tiffin to office. As a result, midday lunch and afternoon snacks have to be bought from outside. They have to spend a small amount of 50 to 70 taka every day to visit the field. Basically, many people spend this every day because they think it is a very small expense. But if you calculate the whole month, you will find that these small expenses that occur every day, but together, they become a very big expense. For example, if the person's salary is 10,000 taka, then if he spends 50 taka per day on lunch and 20 taka on afternoon snacks, then he is spending about 2,000 taka per month. So, if lunch and snacks can be taken from home to office or school, then this wasteful cost will definitely be sold. Number 3. Saving costs from cigarettes, cold drinks, etc. In the eyes of those who consume cigarettes or such things, these bad expenses are very small, but at the end of the month, most of the money is consumed by them. As a result, there is a shortage of money to fulfill the needs that are useful jobs, needs or goods, etc. However, you cannot give up the consumption of cigarettes once. Even if you reduce the amount of consumption, you can reduce the additional cost of money. So if you smoke 6 cigarettes a day or take 4 packets of gutcha, then try to cut down to 2 when you wake up at 6 and more. See how much of your monthly money is being sold for this small habit. Number 4. Make a budget for the month. When we get the first salary of the month, then having a lot of money in our hands makes us think of shopping and traveling. But if we make a budget for the whole month as soon as we get the salary, then we will know where and how much money to spend. So we can control ourselves from spending badly. So it is very important to make a complete monthly budget to save bad expenses. Number 5. Recharging internet balances or money in phone should be done as needed. Also, we don't pay attention to these small expenses, which results in a lot of extra money going towards these recharges. Nowadays everyone has 2 or 3 smartphones in their house, so all 3 phones are recharged. If 300 taka are recharged, then 3 phones cost 900 taka. In this case, even if two phones are recharged, then 300 taka can be saved every month. We should recharge as much as we need. Because we often get confused by the words of the shopkeeper and recharge more money. Number 6. Save money on eating out. In this case, if food is prepared by trying new recipes at home, then your health will be fine along with saving a lot of money. Because eating out is not good for our health. Through today's video, we got to know some of the best tips on saving bad expenses, ways to save money, how to reduce excess expenses, ways to reduce expenses, etc. Nowadays, most people prefer to eat out. In this case, whether it is an office holiday or a Sunday, a holiday means eating out. There are many people who are restless to eat fast food in the afternoon. So, if a person eats fast food outside every day, or eats in restaurants almost most days of the month, then at the end of the month, it will be seen that he is spending a lot of money on eating out. By using these, you can save yourself from extra expenses. Hope that you will be benefited by this video.